Hey there. Okay, it looks like my microphone's working this time. The last video, which was like 9 minutes, it was not working because I didn't have these fancy little headphones. Oh, me getting telephone call. Wonder who it is. Let's just take a quick time out real quick because this matters. Matters. Busy? Oh, I am busy, but only for one moment. So this is what we're gonna do. We've decided that we're going to transform this whole thing online right away. The bridge thing. Depersonalize everything, become really impersonal. Nobody owns anything. All of this information and knowledge is free. The earth gives it to us for free. The reason that we're even blessed to be able to communicate the way that we do is because we've all become connected to our earth. We've become aware of what it is that we can do. And each of us comes with a gift. And that gift is to bridge between what we know and what we don't know. We've been doing this our entire lives. This is how we function. My, that's fun. She blowing up on me now. Everybody want to call. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be bridging politics. We're going to be bridging, we can bridge religion. But I'm not going to start that particular program right away just because that's that's a lot. Right now we're just going to kind of stick with all of the basics where the direct spirituality is something that we each as bridges thread into our conversations with people and, share from the perspective of where they're actually coming from. So if someone's coming to us talking about, Jesus this or God that or Krishna this or Buddha that, one of us is capable with our knowledge in tandem with our intuition and our comprehension of our cosmology, the totality of our physiology, the interconnectedness that we have to the entire all space. And we'll be able to bridge whatever information is needed in order to expand where they are, where they want to go. But we can't talk to people. Oh, there she is, yawning girl. But we can't talk to people from the perspective that we want them to be at. We need to look and really engage with where they actually are. This is how we start expanding the neural alignment. This is how the atoms of the entire Earth body are. We can look everywhere around the planet and see where war is just a really big, blown out, full physical manifestation of standing in line at the grocery store and being upset that old girl in front of you is going through all of her coupons super duper slow and taking her time because she wants to get it just right. Take that time to look at a magazine, get inspired, find some way to transform that environment, hook your iPod on, really look around, engage what's going on. Are we looking at all the same things or are things actually transforming? Do we get so caught up in our own little tunnel vision of I gotta go that we don't take the much needed time to touch our planet? Wherever it is we are, that's where we're supposed to be. Become engaged in that. This is what we want to start teaching other people how to do too. The whole be here now thing, that's a problem because people don't get how do you be here now and still keep planning for the future. We're going to get into all of that, but for right now, let's just do the online classes. We'll just start out with 5 classes. I think we have the bridgenow.me, which is the me and you and the you and me. This is how we, start figuring out who are you so that I know how to tell you who I am from where you are. This is this kind of oscillating relationship that we start building between one another. Bridging a nuclear politics, I want to start communicating about what it is do we want to see in our political experience here. That's not going away. It might go away in some way, shape, or form over time. But at present, it's not gone away. It's still there, and they're still our brothers and sisters, and we really have got to become a lot more compassionate with the fact that they are just another physical manifestation out of that primordial soup, just like we are. Every single one of us budded off of that one same quagmire of goo. So there is no right or wrong, and anybody that says they got the inside scoop on how this is supposed to go down and how this is supposed to be, the truth of the matter is if you're not happy doing what you're doing, you're not getting it. If you're happy, keep going with it. If you don't like what I'm doing, go the opposite direction. If you like what I'm doing, that means that we're probably one consistent kind of entity. That means that you and I, whoever you are that seems to be resonating with me, you speak the same language to a degree. This is the point of being bridges, so that we can also recognize those little tiny differences that make one of us more applicable to a situation than the other one. I don't want to know all the answers. I don't have them all. I don't know anything. I don't own anything. And neither do you. Neither do any of us. But we each have a tiny piece. We each have something that we can give and we can share and we can offer for free. So we'll start out with these small classes. The music class, which is, using music to tune into our vibrational frequencies and be able to learn how to dance more ethereally with one another, as well as our earth, as well as all of these things that we have to come in contact with, these physical contagions that are constantly inundating us with these experiences, like, so many meteors beating up on our personal planet. And those take a toll on us. So let's go with ease and softness on the physical plane, because that lightning mind work is like zap, 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 we can get there. But once we're out here, it takes a little longer, No big deal though, because that's just sort of the nature of physics. Once you get the hang of the change being constant, you start seeding the change before you even get there. And by the time you arrive to it, it's already there. And you're like, oh yay, I did such a good job planting such a wonderful seed. Now, sometimes it doesn't turn out the way you wanted it to. But that's okay. That's part of the whole thing, The uncertainty factor is a blessing, because it keeps you on your toes. It keeps your brain. You want this to keep working. If you lock into an idea, it's over. Your brain starts to atrophy. It gets hard. It doesn't have that same elasticity as it once did. And it's just like your body when it doesn't work out. It just sits there. And after about 6 months of sitting on the couch, fiddling around on a laptop, you'll stand up one day and you'll try and stretch your leg and you'll say, oh my God, I'm shaped like a chair. I can say this because I myself was shaped like a chair. Fortunately, I caught on to that. It is not something that you want to do. Anyway, so we'll start calling each other. We'll start text messaging each other. We'll start emailing each other. We'll start becoming more intimate with how we want to actually evaluate what we're doing, how we're working on things, what kinds of things we think are most important. And we'll start engaging people. We'll start bringing people into the classrooms. We're not here for opposition, though. I'm not here to have debates. I'm not here to talk about whether or not one particular thing is right or wrong. So if anybody's trying to talk about how, oh, Adina, you're just afraid of opposition and you don't want anyone to disagree with you, that's bullshit. That's just not even close to what's happening. The truth is I'm looking to actually dig deeper into our experience. I want to know what more there is. I don't want to argue about the same shit we've been arguing about. I want to get to the future where we start arguing about new stuff. I want to start banging heads about new things. I'm tired of the patterns already. That's all that this is. So here's my opposition to anybody out there that doesn't think that trying something new is a positive thing, and that ignoring, bypassing, casting aside, letting go of all of that crap that is the same argument over and over. I'm just not interested. That's not a bad thing. You can go off in your little groups and create a special space where you can go and have those kinds of arguments and cynical remarks made back and forth to one another because you want to make sure that your identity is known. I'm not here for that. There are a mass amount of people that are not getting educated on personal self-governance. That's what I'm here for. That's what I think we should all consider being here for one another, because nobody wants a freeloader. Nobody wants an uneducated person to starve. Nobody wants somebody in the top 1% that's telling everybody what to do. Nobody wants that. I don't even know that the top 1% really want that. I haven't talked to any of them. I haven't sat down and had tea with any of them, which I will, by the way, Mr. President, or whomever happens to want to sit down with me. Anybody in Congress, the Senate, I don't care. Call me. I just want to hang out, man. I'm not here to tell you that you're doing a bad job. Humans invented beautiful systems. Systems don't kill systems. People kill systems. We got to start at the foundation. We got to start building from the ground up under one roof of understanding so that we can share in a really profoundly exemplary experience. What do we think? Sound fun? Okay. Well, now that I've yammered on, I would just like to also take the time now to say thank you to every single one of you who is out there expanding on your own experience, baby steps, whatever it takes, little by little. Just wake up in the morning and say, all right, I'm ready to go again. Let's do this. How can I expand on me? And then when you go to bed at night, know that you did a good job. Know that you worked your hardest. Know that you tried your best. Know that anything that you did during the day does not need to sit heavily on your soul, in your spirit, in your essence of yourselves, whatever you want to call it, that you can release it. It's okay. We're all doing this together, and everybody's jiggling and shaking all at the same time. And that's not easy to get through by yourself. And it certainly is not going to help you to beat you up over it. I don't know how else to change that particular aspect of things, but it seems like the less self-negating we do, the more positive the experience. Yes, we have to take responsibility. But the responsibility should be an expanded behavior, an expanded word bank, an expanded ideas, concepts, understanding, expanding how many people we're touching. It's not about beating yourself up. You're one part of this entire earth body, and you're worth it. You're absolutely worth it. So let's team up together and do something cool, something fun, like something like wow fun, let's laugh a lot. I want to laugh. I'm done with all of that crying, woohoo, suffering, storytelling. I want to laugh and have fun and create and paint a brand new space. And this isn't in opposition to anybody else's painting. This is just another bit. This is just another piece to an extremely large earth. So, thanks, and I guess I'll stop talking. I kind of don't want to stop talking, though. I kind of just want to sit here and let you guys look at my face. And maybe we'll talk about something else. We can talk about Cheerios in very tiny container. This is my snack. There's cinnamon Cheerios. Have you ever had these cinnamon Cheerios before? They're pretty good. I don't know what that sounds like when I'm chewing it. Sounds in my ears like a little rabbit. It's like crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch, 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 crunch. Funny? Not so funny. Funny? Not so funny. Whatever. Anyway, well, okay. Whoa, what's that weird space? Oh, that must be the clock. Check this clock out, man. The thing is like, wow, big. These Cheerios are really good. I don't know what the people at General Mills did, but they outdid themselves. I know that much. Anyways, alright, well, I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll talk to you every day, probably. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just practicing my counting now, because I'm waiting for the perfect timing. Here it goes. Ready? Ding!